often that we see these two coincide, and
this will be a partial lunar eclipse and a supermoon occurring at the same time. Now, after tonight, that won't happen again until 2033. Now, a lunar eclipse happens when the Earth passes between the sun and moon. That creates a shadow that darkens the moon. But unlike the solar eclipse that we had recently experienced, this will only be a partial lunar eclipse, meaning only part of the moon will be darkened. So the partial lunar eclipse will start at 10:13 tonight, and the peak will happen at 10:44 p.m. tonight. Notice at that point, only the top 8% of the moon will be in full shadow. Now by 11:16 tonight, the moon will exit the full shadow, and that's going to happen pretty quickly. Only about an hour, we'll see this partial lunar eclipse occurring. Now, while this is going on, the moon will reach peak illumination at 10:35. This full moon is known as the corn moon because it's the time of year when farmers gather corn and other crops. It also has another name, the harvest moon, and that's because it is the full moon closest to the fall equinox. So sometimes that happens in September, other times in October. In this case, the fall equinox is happening this Sunday, so it's happening today, the full moon today, the harvest full moon that is. But tonight's full moon is also a supermoon, which means it will appear bigger and brighter. This is because the moon's orbit is closest to Earth at the same time it is full. And this supermoon is actually the second of 4 consecutive supermoons, but tonight's supermoon in October's will be the brightest of the year. Now, as with any astronomy event, the attention turns to the forecast, and luckily for West Michigan, skies remain clear, and we should have some great viewing conditions for tonight's partial lunar eclipse and the supermoon.